Hello and welcome. Welcome to my house once again. Nice to see you here. I'm glad you're watching me. Today I'm going to make another fabulous Greek recipe. Well, it's a Cypriot recipe actually. I'm making ELIOPSOMO, which is olive bread. Olive bread is popular all over the Mediterranean, but this recipe comes from Cyprus and it's one of my mother's recipe that it was passed from her mother, my grandmother, and I think it's the most beautiful olive bread you will ever taste. Well, I'm biased because it's my mom's bread. Let's talk about the ingredients. Obviously we need yeast because it's a bread. I'm using this easy bake yeast. We need some fresh orange juice, which is unusual, I know, but you try and eat olives with an orange. It's absolutely delicious. You all have eaten watermelon with olives or feta cheese. Well, this is another thing to taste. Have a go at tasting that. We also have some water, lukewarm water, not too hot. Also, we have some chopped onions, lots of chopped coriander, also some fresh mint, but if you don't have fresh mint, just use dry. This is from my garden and it smells delicious. Oh, absolutely delicious. Some black pepper, and obviously we need Kalamata olives. Make sure there is no pips in your olives. In the olden days, they used to make this bread, ELIOPSOMO, with the whole olives, you know, with the stones in them, but it's dangerous. And I have broken a tooth when I was very young eating one of these breads. Anyway, let's get on with our recipe. I'm using a machine here, my Kenwood machine, my friendly machine, because it's easy to make bread or pastries, especially if you suffer with your hands, and I do. I had a big operation, so it makes life easy. Okay, first we're going to put all our flour. Now you can sift the flour if you like, but apparently you don't need to these days. I'll leave that to you. Next we're going to put our yeast in one side, never mix them together. Our salt in the other side. Our sugar and olive oil. And some pepper, freshly ground black pepper. I like lots of black pepper, but if you don't like it, don't use it. And then we switch this on. We start slowly. And then we adjust the number and we keep mixing until it incorporates the oil and the flour. And then I'm going to start adding my lukewarm water and then the orange juice, a bit at a time. Doing that in case I don't need it all, but I think it should be fine. Let's tidy up the rest of the water. Now you keep mixing it until it comes together. Come closer, Julie. Thank you, my camera lady. Can you see? It's come together now. Now I'm going to add my onions. And then my mint. My coriander. And my olives. Lots of olives here. I've got about 350 grams of olives, which is about 12 ounce. And that's it. You keep mixing it until you have a nice consistency. I'm gonna remove it because you have to use your hand as well. You want to knead your dough. I said dough, sorry, dough. Look at the olives everywhere. Now, my grandmother used to bake her bread once a week, every Saturday. And after she made her bread, she always used to leave some dough behind and do this for us. And she used to make one for us and one for her with just brown flour because she was diabetic and she couldn't eat white flour. There we are. Now, I don't want it too stiff. That would be lovely. Just put a little bit more flour so it doesn't stick in my hands really. There. That's it. Don't overwork your bread. And then I'm going to put it in here. See, we've got a bit of oil in there. There we are. Put it in there. And then cover it with cling film or with a clean cloth. My grandmother always used to use a blanket. And leave it for an hour, at least an hour, to double or rise. And then we'll come back when it's ready to be baked. See you later. ELIOPSOMO olive bread has been proving for 1 hour. Look at it. Doesn't that look fantastic? I'm going to now knead it a little bit, not too much, because I don't want to knock all the air out. Like that. And then I'm going to divide it into half. I'm going to make 2 olive breads. Using this, okay. And then I'm going to shape it into a nice round bread so it looks like a bread. Like that. And I'm going to put it on our tray. We've put some crisp proof paper underneath. This is a rustic bread, so don't worry if it's not perfect round. This is a peasant bread. As it is. And I must tell you, you can actually make them into little breads. You know, you can get maybe 10 small breads. Tiny ones, individual ones, the choice is yours. And if you have time, please let it proof again, yeah? And because it becomes lighter and softer inside. All I have to do now is put it in the oven. Unfortunately, I don't have time to let it proof again because we'll be spending hours and hours recording. So I'm just going to put it in the oven. It has to go at 180 degrees oven. And for about 30 to 35 minutes, you need to really check it and see if it's ready. See you when the bread is ready. I'm going to put this in the oven now. Hey, my friends, our olive breads are ready. Take a look. Don't they look beautiful? And they smell absolutely delicious. The whole house smells lovely. It takes me back to Cyprus, back to my yaya's house. Anyway, I've got a confession to make. I said that they take 30 to 35 minutes. They actually take 40 to 45 minutes. I was thinking that I'm cooking the little ones. If you're making little ones, they only take 30 minutes. But for these, you need at least 40 minutes. Shall we break? Let's see. Look, it sounds lovely. Yeah? Hollow inside. Lovely side. I'm going to take a piece. Oh, they're hot. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? So fluffy inside. I'm dying to eat some, but I'm not going to because I'm going to burn my mouth and I won't be able to do any more videos. Anyway, I hope you make this bread, this Cypriot bread. The whole family are going to love it. Bye bye for now. See you soon.